The problem with the Lorax movie is that it's not actually about environmentalism and saving the environment. That's the same thing. Anyway, the movie. If you unfortunately have the time to rewatch the movie, the Lorax movie, go ahead and do it. And I'm talking about the one released sometime in the 2000s, I think before the 2010s. I'm not exactly sure the release date, but the animated one with the kid and the short, the O'Hare guy. Um, Not sure if that's more accurate to the original Lorax. But anyway, so you may think, what is this guy talking about? Lorax is obviously about environmentalism. Well, if you watched it, okay, and you remember, there's a scene where I guess the protagonist, forgot his name, I don't really care. Um, he asks the love interest, apparently, because we need one for environmentalism. In the movie, this taller, I think she's a redhead. Don't remember her name. Don't care. She says this line. Well, the dude, the protagonist, asked something about, well, the trees, whatever they were called, and the love interest reply is, "Oh, I think I would marry them," or something like that. So this is the crux of the issue. Like, if this line wasn't in the movie, honestly, I don't even know if I'd make this video. But clearly, the the protagonist doesn't actually care about the tree. He cares about saying, oh, he's saying to himself, oh, well, if I all of a sudden care about environmentalism, um, I can bag this chick, have her for the rest of my life. I don't know, or maybe just a quick smash. I don't really, not sure if I condone that behavior. Um, but you got to do what you got to do. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily participate in that, but not the point of the video. But and that's really why I'm making this. Well, one of the reasons why. It's because once more, this is my evidence how the movie isn't about environmentalism. It's about doing action B to get outcome A instead of doing action A to get outcome A. To put it in a more mathematical sense, more logical than saying spewing words into the laptop mic. Um, and just give me a couple seconds to regather. Just thinking about the movie really gets me just hostile and irritated. Let me talk about that. Um, yeah, and it also, to that end, it just really says that dudes will do anything just to try and get a girl. And, well, in this case, luckily it wasn't anything harmful. It was actually good, environmentalism, care for the environment after it's already dead. But I guess it's better late than never. I don't know. Um, Actually, I just realized another problem with the wax movie. But let's stick to point A. Um, so yeah, and also it leads to this. I don't know if it's a theory, but more of an observation, where I suppose if you ask most heterosexual men what their well, I don't know about nowadays with the growing differing roles of women and men in society, and splinter groups, if you will, of men and women, you know, not wanting to pursue relationships with each other, heterosexual, but this is not my cup of tea. But not pursuing relations with each other for various reasons. And I'm talking about like black pill, red pill, or the pills and whatnot. But anyway, but just saying how dudes will do anything. Wait, what? Sorry, this movie has just got me really confuddled. I had all my thoughts laid out here, um, in my head, of course not. This is just a ramble. But I've had these thoughts in my head since I rewatched it. I think December 2023, but I was forced to, unfortunately. Or no, it was 20. two. I don't even remember. But um, see here. Sorry for this lapse in thought here. Um, just yeah, just oh, the observation that um most dudes, hetero dudes, motivation in life is just to have a family, or maybe not have a family, but have a woman in their life or something like that. So that's really what the movie is about. It's not about saving the environment, or I should say restarting the destroyed environment, because you know. um, but yeah, that's point A. Point B, not not as critical as point A. Well, for me it is, but the world building sucks. Maybe like we could use a prequel. I guess they kind of had a prequel in there, just showing like the destruction of the environment. Anyway, the world building sucks. Like this isolated town, um, which has like a bubble to save them or whatever, from the dead environment around them, and they're trapped in there. Like has no one. And I remember the protagonist when he tried to escape on the motorbike. They were chasing him down, but why were they chasing him down? Like it's an authoritarian state in that city. Like what's I don't know. It's really concerning. Like we're missing a lot of details. You may think they're not important, but I think they are to really understand the world of the Lorax. Uh, yeah, just world building sucks. And then the forgot his name, but the capitalist guy who cut down all the trees, he's living outside somehow, so outside in the dead world that he created or helped create, led to create. I don't know. And how is he surviving out there? I mean, does he is it just because it's for the plot? Is he's alive out there because of the plot? I mean, let's be real here. How is and at what point did he realize that oh crap, maybe cutting down all these trees wasn't a good idea? To where he saves one, the last one. I mean, he must have had some real self reflection. Maybe he realized the profits were down or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's point B. Oh yeah, one more thing on this. Are they like the only people? Like, is there no more settlements in the Lorax world? I don't know. It's just really concerning to think about. Anyway, and point C that actually came up when I was just talking about point A is that the movie says basically you can 100% fail and you can still find hope. I don't really think that's a good message. Like, say you like lost your lower half of your left leg below the knee, and well, I guess there are some cases, but for the most part, you know, there's no like restarting. You know, so they cut down all the trees. Somehow they saved one for plot, and they're just there's a growing sentiment amongst the people. Well, this one person because he really just wants to be with this girl. So he doesn't actually care about the tree. But where was I going this? But basically, it's saying you could fail, screw up, cause deaths of all the wildlife. The Lorax grabs his butt and lifts to the heavens. I don't know. I guess he's like the spirit. He's the like incarnation, the worldly incarnation of something that I don't know what. Whatever, not important. Just I don't know. Maybe that's a good message. Maybe not. I mean, this guy literally the capitalist guy. Forgot his name. The guy who gets to sing. Well, there's a lot. There's some songs, but the capitalist guy. How bad can I be? Yeah, that one. That guy. I mean, like Sometimes there is no starting over and getting a second chance. So, I mean, I don't know if they should, you know, tell that to children. Is I guess, well, really, the movie isn't necessarily for children, but um, and clearly the movie didn't even work. I mean, there's a difference between a movie and billions of dollars in an industry that's able to persuade literally hundreds of politicians over decades, but maybe even thousands. No, probably more thousands, but you know, I guess they tried. Just like the Lorax movie. Wait, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But so point A, the movie isn't actually about environmentalism because the protagonist only wants to plant a tree because I'm not gonna make a sexual line here. Um, because he just wants the girl, so he does action. He wants outcome A. He does what should have been action. He's basically, yeah, I think I messed up this video. He wants outcome A, right? But he was he knows that action B will get him outcome A instead of doing uh, action B for outcome B, which would this is our environmentalist line, and the A here is going to be getting the girl. So instead of Matt like parallel here, he's trying to have the Y intercept. Okay, I'm just throwing out words now. So he's doing action B, the route of just being an environmentalist, right? To get to match with outcome B to save the world with the trees. But he's doing action B, right, which is wanting to plant the tree to get outcome A, which would theoretically be with the girl. And that's the problem. I think I said it wrong earlier. I think I said action A for out. Just my point still stands. Okay, he doesn't. The protagonist doesn't care about the trees. He only cares about women. He might be a player. Watch out. Actually, he's a scrub. But anyway, I mean, he's gotten more women than me. I guess. Or girl, whatever. That like he he's gotten more female attention than me. Okay, that's and I'm over here criticizing him. So maybe I'm missing something. Um, eh, point B, world building sucks. Point C, you don't always get a second chance, and they're lucky they get one because otherwise they would have just been perpetually living in that isolated town or city. I don't know how big the city is really. Um, yeah. Oh, and then closing thoughts. It's actually surprising because with my point A here saying how you know due to the words of the love interest, it's actually surprising more societies weren't like matriarchal. I mean, let's be honest here. Like, depending on the audience of this video, I mean, what crazy stuff have you done to try and get the interest of your love interest, right? At any point in your life. And this is potentially radical, maybe the extremist view, but considering what dudes will do just to get a woman or whatever the situation may be, as I said, just like 40 seconds ago, it's really interesting that more societies weren't matriarchal. That's it's really strange actually. So, um, and I wanted this video to be like 3 minutes, said it's 14, and hopefully I made my point. Uh, hopefully all my points were clear. I'll put it in the comments, even though I don't suspect YouTube will flood the algorithm with this wonderful video. So hit like, subscribe, share this with the world. Um, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Um, hopefully, I inspired you to think more about the world around you and media. Okay. See. Thank you for watching.